Okay, don't read the full 20 questions, okay? We don't have enough time for that. Just read the first
Yeah.
10 and tell me how many percent of answers you have right at the moment on top of your head.
I would say around 5, to be honest.
5% or 5 of out of 10.
5 out of 10. Yes.
Okay, what about Jay?
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay. Uh, Normally this onboarding will take about 2 hours, okay? But today we're going to condense it down to 1 hour to give you more time to call this week. So I will go through the answers very quickly for you, but you girls should have known all of them from our website, okay? Everything here from question to 20 is on our website, okay? How
Mhm.
many languages does Sarah to speak? 75 plus, okay? 75. Can Sarah AI receptionist be male or female? Only it can be both male or female, and they can call whatever name the AI agent want. Mike, Michael, for male, any female name that the client prefer. How many
Mhm.
voice demos in Sarah 2.ai? There's three, okay? You can see it here in our website. Both versions, you will have, if you go all the way up, here Sarah 2 now. See, one, two, three. There's three MP3s. Okay. You girls should have already heard all of them, not just one of them, all of them, so that you will know when you handle an objection, you can play it and play it in front of the client, letting hear how it works. Okay. All right, let's move on. The elevator pitch. In 20 seconds, explain Sarah 2.ai to busy business owner who just answered the phone. You need to come up with your best own answer. Okay. You will have access to Google AI Pro with this role. So use Google AI Pro and the videos that I sent you. The reason I give you Google AI Pro is because Google AI Pro can extract information from YouTube. Okay. There's a lot of good videos in YouTube, like the ones that I sent you, triple tap to bypass gatekeepers, uh, permission-based opening, and how to handle a call with business owners to book appointments. Like the ones that I handle to you, if sometimes Google AI said, oh, I can't read the transcript in the YouTube video. If that happens, just go to Google, search for free YouTube video transcriptor or transcript. And then all you need to do is link, copy and paste the YouTube video, and then click down. The transcript, the whole video transcript will be there for you to copy and paste into Google AI. And then you can ask Google AI, hey, give me a summary. So you don't have to watch the whole video that sometimes takes 30 minutes, 60 minutes. Okay. This way you can learn the most important part in 2 minutes. And then tell Google AI, hey, can you tell me how can I apply it? If I'm a Sarah 2.ai virtual assistant measuring cold calls and book setter, how can I apply it into my role? Okay. That's how you can learn really, really fast with Google AI Pro. All right, let's move on. The Where can we find the ROI calculator in the funnel? Okay, there's two versions of ROI calculators. We are currently doing a split test. If you send client to Sarah2.ai, 50% of them will see this version, okay, F2. And 50% of them will see another new version called F4 that I sent you before. So there's two versions, 50-50. All right. And if you want to send the client to F2, you give them the full URL, sarah2.ai F/F2. If you want to send them to this website, if you think this one will convert better, you send them directly to this URL, okay? /F4. But for right now, we don't know which one is performing better. So we are doing a split test now for the next 3 months that 50% of the traffic will be sent to each funnel. Okay, let me tell you the difference here. The old funnel, Sarah the F2. You girls can see my screen, right?
Yes, Ray.
Okay, good. All right. These figures, these pinpoints are all very, very important. That's why it's on the top, okay? This is the reason we call them. These are the numbers that you want to memorize so you can use in your pitch. These are the 3 pen case studies that most people, business owner, have at least one of them, okay? And then finally, this is the very old version of ROI calculator. How it works is the average job value, for example, is you can use Google AI to find out the average job value for each industry or each niche, because most clients don't know it. Okay. 90% of clients will tell you, well, I don't really know. Can you give me an average figure or a rough figure? Well, maybe 500. And the other half will say, I don't really know. Okay. Then you can tell, okay, I'm in Google AI Pro right now. According to Google and the research, it says the average job value in plumber business is exactly $550. Okay. That's step one. Step two, how many missed calls do you have per week? Again, 80% of them will say, I don't really know. Okay. You don't come up with a number. You got to make them come up with a number. So you will ask them, okay, how many uh normally in average they miss about 10 to 20 calls per week, but how many calls do you miss? Do you pick up all the calls all the time, or sometimes you just let it ring? Or what do you do after hours? Each morning when you wake up, do you have a missed call or not? Just give me a very brief figure. It's okay. Okay, even if they say okay, I'm probably only miss 3 a week, so I only miss 1 call in 2 days. I pick up almost all my calls. That's 3. Okay, what's your average close rate when you answer those calls? What's your average close rate? He should know that. Okay, and normally, even if you say, oh, I only close about 20% of them. Okay, every 5 calls I only close 1. Okay, this is how the ROI calculator works. So in average, just straight out from the job value, he's losing $1,300 a month. Okay, and our Sierra 2 costs from $9 a day, which is equivalent to $269 per month. That's like 6 times ROI for him. Okay, even if his number is so low. Do you see the point here? Okay, let's move on to ROI calculator 2. The real reason we have this is because we just found out, we just rephrased our marketing. He didn't just miss a call. He didn't just lose a customer or a job. He actually missed a customer for life. Okay, that's very important, for life. Most contractors or most business owners miss a call. They think, well, they just lose 1 job. That's actually wrong math. 8 out of 10 times, this is backed up by 100 different researchers. Okay, if they don't believe it, just ask them. Okay, just Google or use ChatGPT. How many unanswered calls goes to voicemail will actually go to the next competitor, or we actually lose them, and they will find out the figures more than 80%. So 8 out of 10 times, when someone calls and they get no answer, goes to voicemail, they just click back on Google, go to your competitor, because in today's world, it's too easy to find a right service provider. Okay, there are thousands in Google. They just click back on Google, and when a competitor like that does a good job, you just lose their customer forever. Okay, forever. That means you don't just lose 1 job, you lose every single job that customer would have given you for the next 5 to 10 years. Plus, every friend and every member and every family member, they will actually refer to you. A single missed call can quietly cost you $10,000 to $80,000 in lifetime value. Most owners have no idea. Okay, Let's just do a simple math here, like HVAC, average value 550. If he only miss, let's say, even just 3 calls a week, okay? And let's say each happy customer only giving another 1 job, so only giving 2 jobs in life, okay? And each customer only giving 1 referral in his life, not 2, okay? And his closing rate is only 20%, or let's say even only 15%. So out of 7 calls, he get 1 job, okay? He is missing in average 1 job 550 times 2 jobs in life in average. That's $1,100 plus in average they get 1 referrals per customer. So that's another 1,100. The total life true value once a customer you never get is actually $2,200 times your close rate 15% and your missed calls. That's $3,000 a month. Okay. He's missing $3,000 a month. We only charging $269. And here at the bottom, you can't really see. Okay, here, that's 13 times, 13x return ROI. Okay, this is all done automatically in our website. You can play around the figures, and then everything here will be different. Okay, the figures will change. All right. So stop the bleeding. Book the demo. That's all we ask. All right, let's move on. How many bookings did Sarah 2 book for super fast movers in week 1? Okay, this is actually in the reviews. 5. Okay, 5 bookings in the first week for super fast movers. How many bookings did Jason, the HVAC owner, did in the first night of sleeping? Okay, that's of course this is a extreme case. Okay, not everyone will happen, but in this case, we actually booking 4 bookings in the first night he sleep. He must be sleeping really early that night, I think. Okay, probably at 5 o'clock because he was too busy. But sometimes he actually booked 4 jobs in the first night. Okay, that's insane. And how many bookings did Sarah 2.ai bring for cash forecast in the first month? Okay, we actually help him land 10 clients in 1 month. I don't know how many bookings, maybe 15, maybe 20. They give us a figure, but we actually helped him land 10 more clients just through missed calls in the first month. And each car that he buy, a second car he buy, and then he sell to the dealer. That's why he does. He collects cheap second-hand cars and then resell it to the dealer locally. He actually making average $2,000 per car. So we actually help him make $20,000 in 1 month. Okay, for cash flow cars. Both cases are in Australia. Okay, Jason also in Australia, and all 3 cases in Australia. And the reason we're doing this is because I'm in Australia. So we did a pre-test in Australia and UK first, okay? And then now once the model is proven to work, we are going to USA. We're going to big market, okay? I'm moving to USA in July, to just let you know, in Los Angeles, California. Okay, how many bookings did Sarah 2 bring in for? Okay, we done that. How much profit? Okay, we done that. The number problem, if they ask, do I have to get a new phone number? No, you don't. You just simply do a call forwarding. Okay, that's if you don't know how to do it, just Google how do I forward my call. All you need to do is plot, do a star sign and then some numbers, and then the number we give you. That's it. And then every missed call will go to Sarah 2 to answer. That's it. Just simple call forwarding. Okay. And when they are busy, they can just simply hang up, because when they hang up, the call goes automatically to Sarah 2. You see how powerful this is? So he doesn't have to wait until it to ring out, which takes 10 seconds. Some people might be impatient and already hang up on it. Okay. He can hang up on the customer and the call will go to Sarah 2 immediately and pick up in 1 ring. Okay. The robot rejection. I hate AI. It sounds like machine. How do you counter this? Okay. I will be honest to you. Don't say our Sarah 2 sounds exactly like human. That's impossible. Okay, in today's technology. But if you listen to Sarah 2, we already have the best version available in the world because this is Sarah 2 2.0, okay? She already sounds as humanly as possible as you can. But as a business owner, you should understand this, okay? Some business owners ask me, okay, I don't want some robot to answer my phones, okay? I'll tell him straight, okay, tell me this, which one do you think is more offensive to your customers? No one to pick up the call and goes to voicemail, or an AI receptionist handles the call? Which one do you think is more offensive to your customer? Okay, so you always try to ask them questions and let them come up with their own answer. You don't tell them the answer right away. That's the wrong way of all closing and doesn't work anymore in today's world. In 2026, cold calling is the most competitive market in the world. It's so competitive in 3 reasons. Just watch the YouTube video I sent you. We have 3 reasons. Okay, I forgot them, but with AI, with everything, it's so competitive that we need to upgrade our sales skills each day to maintain the top level because we want to be a top level company. We want to be a next unicorn company in Silicon Valley. We want to be a $1 billion company, a multi-billion company. So that's what we need to do, okay? To upgrade your sales skills. We ask them questions. We don't answer for them. We let them look for the answers themselves. All right, 24/7 value, book integrations. Can Sarah 2.ai actually put an appointment on their calendar? Yes, of course, and it does take a message. Not only that, it can be integrated to over 40 different CRM platforms. The most popular ones, Salesforce, HubSpot, Go High Level, okay? The most common ones, we can integrated 40 of them, okay? The only problem we don't tell them is it's very expensive. If you want to automate it or integrate it to your existing CRM, which is not Go High Level, not HubSpot, which is uncommon ones, not Salesforce, those ones are actually very expensive on the market. But luckily, we have a team of over 20 AI experts in our supporting, okay? They all work part-time, or some are business partners. They are not working full-time yet. But we have access to 20 top AI experts from my own network, and they used to work for me, okay, in my past, and they can do it very cheaply. We already negotiate such a low price. We can do it for very low price. But at the moment, we are only focusing the owners who only have 1 to 20 employees. So all they need is Google Calendar. Okay, if they use Google Calendar or high-level calendar, the setup fee is close to zero. Okay, we can do it for them for free. All right. So, and 24/7 value and booking integrations, just don't answer too much. Just leave that to me on the sales calls, okay, in the booking appointments. The 24/7 value, never miss a lead, is more valuable than a human receptionist. Yes, it doesn't only work 24/7. It also works 365 a day, 65 days a week, a year, without asking for a raise, without asking for a break, without taking any leave, okay, or calling for sick leave. He's working all the time, 24/7, 365. Emergency handling. What happens if there's an emergency? Okay, Sarah 2 can transfer the call to the owner when it's an emergency. But in most cases, when a call is routed to Sarah 2, the owner is too busy to pick up the call. That's why the call routed to Sarah. Okay, so what Sarah can normally do is she can just note down the urgency. She will send an automatic SMS to the owner to notify the owner there's an emergency and please call back to the client as soon as possible. And then she will try to comfort the client to wait for the team to get back to them as soon as possible. As soon as our technical team is carrying on the job, but I'll ask him to call you back as soon as possible. Okay. And everything I'm saying right now can be customized or personalized for each business owner. They can tell us how they want Sarah 2 to answer in every different case scenarios. Okay, we put it in a knowledge base online in the document. We feed it to the AI to Sarah2.ai. Then the AI will answer according to the owner's want. So the Sarah2.ai is not going to be perfect in day one. Okay, you only see about 50% of what Sarah 2 can do in day one. What you need to do is you need to get customers' feedback, or you need to test code the Sarah2.ai and then tell us how to improve it each week or each month. And then we charge them nothing. Okay, we charge them $0 for this improvement and this support. We can update their own version of Sarah 2 every week for free. Okay, it's including all our plans. And normally people charge then around $3,000 per month for this kind of support. We charge them $0. Okay, it's already included in our plan. So make sure the owners take advantage of that. No contract benefit. Yes, you don't need to sign any contract. You can end your contract anytime, and you don't even need to give us a 30-day notice. Okay, if your contract expires tomorrow, you can end it today, and you start paying after tomorrow. All right. So we want to do everything to keep them happy. There is no contract. The gatekeeper pivot. What's your plan to get to the owner? Maria, answer me. What's your plan to get to the owner? What's the strategy?
For me, for gatekeepers, I would say, of course, I will find the perfect timing to reach out to them during business hours. And once I get a
No,
hold
there's
of
a
them,
strategy I sent you on YouTube. Jay, do you know what it is?
Actually, I've watched one of the videos how to bypass the gatekeeper, and it actually showed that in order for you to do that, you have to sound more confident on the call, and you
Yes.
have to make them think that you really know the person that you're looking
Yes.
for.
Yes. Okay. It's called a triple tap strategy. Okay. They actually have provided you three ways to bypass the gatekeeper. Okay. So watch that video. It's only 7 minutes. Okay. It's not 70 minutes. It's only 7 minutes. And it's going to double your booking rate because you now know how to bypass the gatekeepers. And all the data that I give you, 95% of the data I give you, you have to bypass the gatekeepers. You have the owner's name, but you don't have their mobile number. Okay. So if you have their name, just ask very confidently. Um, Hi, this is Ray from Shane's office. Can you get me through to Mike? That's all you ask in question one, okay? And don't even say this is Ray from Sarah2.ai because Sarah2.ai sounds like something you want to sell to them, okay? Say you are from Ray's office. That's true. I'm Ray. I'm the owner. Okay, you are working in Ray's office. So, hi, this is Maria from Ray's office. Can I speak to Mike? That's it. Very confident. And you will get bypassed 25 to 50% of gatekeepers in just one question. Okay. There's two more ways. The second way, the third way to bypass them. Okay. Use that triple tap strategy. All right, let's move on. How much do we charge for our cheapest plan? Starting with $9 a day. $9 a day, okay, $269 a month. How many free minutes is included in our cheapest plan? 200 minutes. Each call Sarah answers in average only takes about 2 to 3 minutes in average. Okay, it only takes a happy customer to book a full booking in 3 minutes, and only take them about 1 minute to answer the questions or FAQ. So in average, that's about 2 to 3 minutes, two and a half. If he has 200 minutes, Sarah 2 is able to answer 80 to 90 calls a month. Okay, 80 to 90 calls. That's about 3 missed calls per day, and that's enough for most business owners. Okay, if they are solo business owners, that's all they need. Our starter plan. We are not trying to sell them the expensive plan in day one. We're just trying to get them into the door with our starter plan, $9 a day. How much is the setup fee originally? Okay, our setup fee originally is between 1,500 to 5,000. Depends on the complexity of the setup. Okay, 1,500 to 5,000. But right now we're running a promotion for 7 spots only left. Okay, there's only 7 spots left in his city. Okay, we have 20 spots in each city, only 7 spots left. Right now, we only charge them $500. Okay, and I will tell you the secret weapon. As our closer, he can offer up to 99% off setup fee if he wants to. Okay. So we can charge the owner just $5 if we think he's really good owner. We want to keep this client. Okay. But we won't offer the 99% all the time. We're not stupid. Okay. We got costs to cover. So normally we charge them $500. That's it. Okay. And also for the setup fee, what we don't say on the website is we actually offer them a 100% no question asked refund. That's our company policy. If there's a question raised by a customer, we don't want them to leave a negative review in Trustpilot or Google. We want to keep them happy and be able to get back their business in the future. So if they ask for a refund, actually 99.9% of the time we'll say yes and we'll give it to them. Even we don't say that in our website. Okay. So it includes setup fee, including monthly fee. If they are not happy, we're going to refund them. And then 3 months later, we'll put it in the go high level. 3 months later, we will call them again. Say, okay, now we actually fixed the problem. Can you give us one more chance? Because we give them a full refund, normally 80% of them will say, okay, yes, I'll probably give another go. This time, because you are not happy with us before, I won't charge you setup fee upfront, okay? The $500, once you're happy, you can pay us. But if you're not happy, don't pay us today. Just give it a try. And I'll give you the new version of Sarah 2 AI for another 7 days free to show you we actually fixed the problem that you mentioned before. Okay, that's how we do things. All right. How much does the setup? How low is the most discount we can offer? Okay, 99%, but don't tell them then. Okay, don't say any discount. Just say, okay, I will tell you a secret sauce. When you meet Ray or the closer, tell them you are willing to give a 5-star review and a video testimonial if Sarah 2 works really well. And then say Maria or Jay told you there's a secret code for discount. And then the closer will give you a secret discount, okay? But only after the meeting. You need to see how Sarah 2 works and how the demo of how Sarah 2 can work for your business. If you're happy, decide to go ahead, mention this to the closer and he will give you the secret discount. Okay? But don't say what's the discount. Okay? All right. Performance guarantee, how long is it? That's a 60-day. The reason we put it at 60 days is because the first 30 days we're fine tuning everything and the customer is also just testing it. But after the 30 days, if they are happy, they can actually use Sarah 2 to replace their full-time receptionist. Okay? There's no need for a full-time receptionist, but we don't work against them. Okay, the receptionist can become a full-time customer support to help them handle customer support and email replies, things like that, which would require a lot of human touch. So we're trying to make the receptionist become a support manager, a front desk manager. Okay, not just the support. Okay, my Zoom is 40 minutes is going to be up. So I'm going to end here and I will give you another Zoom link and we will, okay, I'll give you another Zoom link to join. All right. And then we will continue. Bye.
Okay, Ray.